Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of PB&J Movie Reviews. I'm Brandon, and today I'll be reviewing the Pokemon movie, the Pokemon the first movie, whatever it's called. It's a pretty silly name.
Did you say Pokemon?
Whoa! Brandon? Other Brandon? Brandon Mulligan?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
What else? You said Pokemon.
Yeah, I did say I'm gonna be reviewing Pokemon the first movie.
Yes. Amazing.
You know, this is the perfect opportunity to upload a video off our channel, B2 Reviews. Wouldn't you say?
Yes, I would.
Okay, so we'll have a little bit of a promotion here as a Sonic reference. We'll have this video on my channel, BManJJ2, and this video will also be on B2 Reviews, this review.
Yeah.
So, since this is Pokemon, it's this whole theme, this whole genre, just Pokemon. I love it to death, and I think you do too.
Yes.
Tell me about your thoughts on Pokemon before let's have a little background, and then we'll actually begin with the whole, Poke movie talk.
Sadly, I never had one of the games when I was younger.
Oh, I'm crying for you.
But I did watch the anime up until... Had to be Gen 2, sometime around there, Gen 3, Gen 2.
And then you grew up. And then you realized the show was going downhill from there.
Yeah. I
So,
started watching Yu-Gi-Oh!
Pokemon, it's been very strong to my heart, I'll be honest with you. I started with Pokemon Gold, and, cartridge broke, it sucked. But I played all the other games. I played Yellow, Sapphire, Ruby, Leaf Green, Diamond, Heart Gold, Pokemon Y. I played them all. And with my brothers, I've played the Pokemon trading card game. I played the game spin-offs. I lived off that Pokemon anime. I loved every single thing. Except 4th generation, I realized, hey, this isn't too good. And then 5th generation, like, nope, I'm done. Bye.
I have an emulator!
Yeah, I have an emulator now, and I have Emerald on that. It's pretty cool. And Crystal.
Yeah, I've been playing Fire Red.
Good. Well, Pokemania has hit both of us pretty damn hard.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen this Pokemon movie, so I came back to it. I won't keep the nostalgia goggles on. I will review this movie as its own movie.
It's hard to take them off, though.
Oh, yeah, it's really hard. Pokemon, I'm obsessed. I have a poster on my wall of Pokemon. That's how crazy I am. I just love that Pokemon.
Yep.
So, as I usually do, maybe a plot synopsis of the movie.
That is very simple.
Okay,
So,
Oh, you can
some
begin?
scientists, I assume by Team Rocket, they create Mewtwo. But first, what was wrong with his hair?
It's an anime. People have crazy hair. Just deal with it. So
they create Mewtwo. And Mewtwo gets mad and just destroys the whole island, which is Cinnabar Island in the game.
because he's been neglected by humans for such a long time. And he can't trust them, and he hates them pretty much. He also thinks that Pokemon are being enslaved by humans, and that's a no-no for him.
Yep. Then Giovanni shows up.
The boss of Team Rocket, as Meowth puts it, the boss!
Yes. The boss. Then he trains him to be a great Pokemon.
An awesome action hero.
Yes.
He can master his abilities.
You gotta say,
he's pretty
Mewtwo's
awesome.
voice is amazing.
Mewtwo. Oh, best voice in the whole movie. Mewtwo, right there.
In future episodes, Mewtwo gets voiced by Dan Green, though.
But this Mewtwo is obviously hands down the best.
Yes.
So,
But Dan Green.
yes. So let me continue with the plot. Giovanni trains him, and then instead of being equals, Giovanni wants Mewtwo to work for him. Practically be his slave, air quotes. And Mewtwo resists. And he can trust no one, and he's ready to take over the human race and make Pokemon clones. Let them take over the world, and bwahaha, evil plot.
Yeah.
So,
if you kind of think of it, Mewtwo's kind of a tragic villain because he realizes
No, he could
he's
be
just
so.
a clone. He's just a toy used by humans.
He
And
could
that
be.
makes him who he is.
Yes. He can be so evil at times, but yet I sympathize for him so much. Poor
Yeah.
guy. He's been through so much.
They do that perfectly. They walk that line very well. And that's in Pokemon.
It had some pretty dramatic moments, I would say.
They kind of
Especially
lose
Mewtwo.
it by the end.
Oh, we'll get into that a little bit later.
Yes.
So let's finish with this plot summary. You know, Ash, Brock, and Misty, they're on a little adventure. They're taking a side quest from being Pokemon Masters, and they get an invitation to battle with the greatest Pokemon Master ever or something.
By motherfucking Dragonite.
Yeah, some other effing Dragonite gives them the invitation, so how can you resist? The Pokemon is just so awesome.
It's a Dragonite.
So they're on their way, and there's this huge storm, and Officer Jenny is telling people that they can't go, but people go anyway to this, and they move across the water. But why didn't Officer Jenny bother and threaten to arrest them if she doesn't do anything?
Yeah.
She just
Also,
lets them go.
Also, did you notice the guy called his Pokemon a Pidgeotto when it's a Pidgeot?
Oh yeah, that was definitely a full-grown Pidgeot. Whatever, let the guy think what he wants to think. He's
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
So they go.
Probably named it Pidgeotto.
Yes, that's probably his nickname. So, Ash and company are going through this terrible, terrible storm, and they're drowning, and they're like, "Oh, where do we go?" And then they spot
and
an
then
island.
Rocket shows up, dressed as Vikings.
Say it again.
Team Rocket shows up, dressed as Vikings.
Yes, they get him on a boat. In the anime, they
They
always
just
fool
fly.
them with costumes. So it was actually pretty funny.
How can you not tell them? You've seen them enough. And they say the dumb, and Ash says the dumbest line.
That helmet.
I thought Vikings only lived in Minnesota.
Didn't they actually say that in the movie?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Like, oh, there's Minnesota in the Pokemon universe? Huh, didn't know that.
Well, I can't do the.
So anyway, they're drowning. They have no place to be, and they spot this island, and they go to it. And this is where the Pokemon Master is. Convenient enough that they're
Another
going
problem, which happens at the island. Brock sees a poster of Nurse Jenny.
to Nurse
Or
Joy.
Nurse Joy. Fuck. Sorry.
It's all right.
And he can't recognize her when in the anime he recognizes every single Nurse Joy
Oh yeah.
and can tell them apart.
And it turns out it's this woman that's actually on the island that greets them, and she's being brainwashed by, spoiler alert, Mewtwo. But wait, there's been spoilers the whole time, so whatever. So the Pokemon Master introduces himself to these trainers that came onto this little island mansion laboratory place.
Legas. Pokemon.
And they never seen this Pokemon before. It's Mewtwo, and he's showing his true power. And
And they battle.
they try to battle him, but he's just too strong. And they have a clone army, and he's trying to take away the Pokemon that they have and make more clones and rule the world with his clone army.
Yes. That's basically the plot.
And then Ash and Pikachu, with the power of friendship and love, save the day in the most cliche way possible.
Okay, let's put it this. How, first of all, where are all the cops? I know there's only one cop, but why did you call the other officer Jenny's to help out finding Nurse Joy?
Well, I think there's only like one cop or nurse at a region, so I don't know. It's pretty stupid. They don't explain it. A big problem with this movie, the largest problem I have, they explain way too little and they leave out certain plots. And I'll get into those plots a little bit later.
And how does one cop place you under arrest when you could escape with your stronger Pokemon when she has probably a fire type?
Well, here's my explanation. She wanted to arrest them, and then she just didn't care anymore because the plot had to be rolling somehow.
And why wouldn't Mewtwo send any letters to the gym leaders or the Elite Four?
Why these random trainers?
Yeah.
Why not the actual elites, like the Elite Four?
Yeah.
There's no...
Why not clone those Pokemon? Because they're probably a lot stronger than the trainers you chose.
Oh, yeah. Well, with Ash, the trainer who has a Squirtle and a Bulbasaur, best Pokemon trainer ever? Question mark? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, she was the best. And how long can they hold their breath for? They were under...
Oh, for quite a while. No, but they were gasping for breath.
Yeah.
Alright, so... This movie... I love Pokemon to death. I totally do. But I did notice flaws in this movie. I really did, and I tried to enjoy it. And to an extent, I did enjoy it, but I did have a lot of problems. And I have a whole list. 12 problems to be exact. Here, I'm going to just start off with my first problem. Number 1. Plots were forgotten, and they went absolutely nowhere. For example, you know the beginning with Mewtwo, and you go into his whole subconscious with these other Pokemon, and this girl, Amber, I think that's her name, who was the daughter of the scientist with that crazy hair that you love so much. And the scientist started the cloning process to revive his daughter, and there was a chance for her to live.
They never explained that.
It's just kind of there, and I really like the whole Amber and scientist deal. It really added to what was there. And then they're gone. They're not mentioned again. I feel as though they wiped out Mewtwo's memory of Amber and all the other Pokemon. But wouldn't it be interesting in the movie if those memories came back and then he started to love humans a little bit more and appreciate them and realize that they're not totally bad?
Yeah, that would be a lot better.
But no. They just completely forgot about that, and it went absolutely nowhere. Another thing about a character that is just gone. Giovanni. Why did he have to leave so soon? He could have been brought back, and Mewtwo could have seeked more revenge on him. He was just there in the beginning, and poof, he's gone.
Because he's never in the show. He's just there in Meowth's dream.
But it's the special Pokemon movie, and he could have been there, but he left.
I don't know.
He did his role, and he vanished. He skedaddled out of there for some reason. Another thing...
So many bad puns.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna get into a point later. It gets a little way too cheesy, though. A movie had me cracking up sometimes.
Clawful mistake.
There were way too many puns, as Brandon said.
Clawful mistake.
Ugh, that was rough. Alright, another question I have. What exactly caused this giant storm? It's implied that Mewtwo caused it, and it was all a test to get the best trainers in. How did he cause it? Did he control some special Pokemon? I know he's a psychic with special powers, but how special could these powers be?
At this point, he's a god. They didn't make Arceus, so they needed someone to be like a god.
It's just not...
Look at Mewtwo, the supposed strongest Pokemon.
Mew love air quotes for that. It's actually Mew, but they're kind of equal in strength. But it's not explained enough. I really would have preferred if they did explain that.
He just spun his hand around. And
did a little twirl with his wrist, and then magic happened. And it's very powerful and awesome. And one more thing with plots being forgotten. The missing Nurse Joy, she should have had more of a purpose. She was introduced there for a reason when they discovered her, that this woman, controlled by Mewtwo, was Nurse Joy. Once they discovered that, she was just there for the ride. She did nothing else. Nothing. They could have expanded on Brock's relationship with her, but no. She left as quickly as she came. Just kind of like Giovanni.
And said the one line, which we will talk about later.
Okay, it's a date then. We'll talk about that. Anything you'd like to add to that?
Oh, I'm not going to talk about that line till later.
Okay, if you say so.